If you were the personal doctor of a medieval king, your first patient wouldn't be disease. It would be the smell.
The king is waiting! Move!
The second those castle doors opened, you'd realize nobody here had discovered hygiene yet. And somehow, you were expected to save the kingdom. You'd walk into the royal chamber and see the king coughing blood into silk sheets,
Why does it smell like death in here?
while casually eating roasted turkey like nothing was wrong. As you checked his pulse, a man in the corner would start playing the flute, because apparently medieval people thought live music cured organ failure.
Can someone stop the flute?
Then a servant would proudly hand you the kingdom's greatest medicine, a bowl of onions floating in goat milk. You'd try to stay calm, right before 3 servants behind you started coughing blood onto the floor. That's when you'd realize this castle had bigger problems than the king. In the middle of emergency surgery, a chicken would jump onto your table and steal your bloody cloth. And nobody in the room would react like this was unusual. Meanwhile, the king would scream in pain over a paper-cut-sized wound, while a knight casually walked in carrying his own arm. You'd ask for clean water to wash your hands. Instead, they'd hand you warm ale, because water was considered dangerous. The moment you
Wash
suggested
hands?
basic hygiene, Castle would accuse you of witchcraft. Congratulations. Now you're treating plague patients
Burn the
and
witch.
defending your existence. Finally fall asleep for exactly 2 minutes before castle bells rang
They're
because 2
dueling
knights
over
started a sword
cheese?
fight over cheese. Then the king would summon you again, while sitting proudly on a golden toilet throne. And somehow, you'd still have to maintain eye contact. A messenger would suddenly burst through the door screaming, "The plague has reached the village." Outside the castle, terrified villagers would throw herbs at sick people to scare away disease. At that point, even you would start losing hope.
That's not how illness works.
During emergency surgery, a storm would kill every light in the room.
Hold the candle steady.
Now your patient's survival depends entirely on servants who can barely hold candles straight. Then you discover the truth. The king wasn't poisoned. He just ate rotten fish and spoiled milk. The queen would ask if astrology could heal him faster. And honestly, you'd consider jumping out the castle window. A drunk knight would stumble into your room, singing loudly, with an arrow still stuck in his shoulder. He'd call it just a scratch. After fighting all night to save the king's life, he'd finally open his eyes, and the entire kingdom would thank the priest instead of you. By sunrise, you'd walk past villagers bathing in the same river they dumped waste into, and you'd finally understand. Surviving medieval times was the real miracle.